Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today, I finally did it. I played a game mode other than Team Deathmatch. I played some Capture the Flag, which is what you're going to be watching. And yeah, the only reason I played it was because there was an order, a daily order to play Capture the Flag. And I did it, and then you guessed it, I went straight back to TDM. But today I wanted to kind of make a part 2 because I uploaded a video a few days ago about Major Howard, and like I think, you know, you should be able to click a button to go to the orders instead of like, you know, going to the quartermaster. There should be Major Howard also. But if you didn't see that video, I will link it on the screen right now. But today I wanted to kind of touch on more improvements that I think should be put in the game. So first one right here is, you know how, you know, when you open a supply drop, you get a variant, heroic variant, epic variant, you know, whatever. But it's for a gun you don't use. I mean, I can think right now of, I have like 3 snipers and I don't snipe. You know what I mean? So what I was thinking is that you could trade your guns to the quartermaster or, you know, the captain, butcher guy or whoever. So you could trade your guns for armory credits. And, you know, so it's kind of like, you could say it's like burning a duplicate from Black Ops 3, except it's not really a duplicate because it's just something you're not going to use. And, you know, there could be, you can get a certain amount for epic and then a certain amount for heroic. And then, you know, you can use those armory credits to buy something that you would actually use. So, you know, that's kind of, because I'm never going to snipe. Like, I don't snipe in this game. And, you know, I don't use snipers at all. So, like, there's no, like, as of right now, they're just sitting there doing nothing. Like, there's no point in me having them. So that's why I think, you know, just go to the quartermaster or whoever, say, I don't want this and this gun, and then you get some armory credits back for it. Even if it's, you know, a small amount, at least you still got something. Because I'm not going to use the snipers, like, at all. Next thing I wanted to touch on is the, I guess you could call them the supply drop value. So if you don't know what I mean, basically this is what I'm trying to say, is if you look at the orders, some of the orders, the winter, like, you know, you have the winter weekly ones, and then you have like the winter daily ones and stuff like that. But you'll see for the daily ones, you know, if you complete, just say, for example, you know, you have to play a match of Capture the Flag, and then you get a winter supply drop. And then, you know, like I said, with the one that I had a few days ago, where you have to get 250 kills as infantry on a winter map, and you get a winter supply drop. It's like, the Capture the Flag one is so simple. And don't get me wrong, they're both simple. It's just, you know, all you have to do is play a game in the Capture the Flag and then get kills. But it's just, when you have to get 250 kills on a winter map, you know, it takes a bit of, like, it takes some time to do. And then, you know, one of them is so simple, and you still get the same reward for it. So it's like, you know, what's the point of you doing the weekly one? I mean, me personally, I just do it just because, you know, you can't do the Capture the Flag one, or you can't do the daily ones twice. So I guess, you know, there's some incentive to take a weekly one. But I was thinking is, like, the daily one, you can get 1 supply drop for it. And then, you know, the weekly one, you can get 3, or, you know, maybe 2. Because, you know, with Activision, they're kind of stingy with the supply drop. So, you know, at least, I was thinking at least 2, because it takes way longer to do the weekly ones than it does to do the daily one. So, next thing I want to talk about, the payroll. Now, as you know, most of you know right now, you know, you're playing this game, and every, I think it's like 4 hours or 3 hours or something, you get 100 armory credits in your payroll. Now, me personally, I normally don't prestige in COD just because I like to be the highest level. Like, I don't really like to level up and shit. Like, it doesn't really add anything for me. It's just, I level up, and then, you know, I already have everything that I want to use. You know, the extra class is sometimes nice, but me personally, I don't really do it. So this is what I was thinking. So say you prestige once, then, you know, every payroll you get 150 armory credits for, you know, if you prestige one time. So you bump it up by 50. Then when you go to second prestige, you bump it up by 50 again. Then you'll get 200 armory credits for prestiging twice every 4 hours. And then after that, just to line up the numbers, it increases by 100 again. So then you get 300 armory credits for prestiging 3 times every 4 hours, and then 4 for 4, 5 for 5, 6 for 6, and then it keeps going up. And then when you get to 10 prestige, you get 1,000 armory credits for prestiging 10 times every 4 hours. And obviously 1,000 armory credits in 4 hours is kind of a lot. So Sledgehammer will probably up the time that it takes, that every time you get paid. But it gives players an incentive to prestige, which is basically what I'm saying. But and then just game improvements, hit registration, server issues, these things are I feel like you shouldn't be saying this a month and a week into a game, especially a AAA shooter like Call of Duty. But I told myself I was done complaining about this game. I mean, but if we really have to talk about it, I mean, there were still server issues on Xbox, up to a day ago. And, apparently people couldn't even get online. The servers were offline completely. And it's just stuff like this should not be happening with, a company like Activision, a game like Call of Duty, arguably one of the most recognized and played games probably in North America, and maybe even the world. I know China has COD Online and stuff like that, but it's stuff like this should really not be happening, considering the amount of money they make, and considering the supply drop sales. And I'm always gonna go back to this, where you had 3 years to make this game, and I'm convinced that for the first 2 years they just fuck around and don't do anything, and then for the last year they just they throw together some quick game. But yeah, so I think you should trade the guns you want for credits. The supply drop value for the weekly orders should be tweaked. Like I said, the prestige payroll, and that's it. Just stuff to improve the game. I feel because when you're constantly improving the game, then it's gonna keep people coming back. It's gonna keep players playing the game, because I know a bunch of people are probably back on Black Ops 3, maybe even back on Infinite Warfare. But yeah, we're not gonna talk about that game here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you everybody for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.